the world gets a chance to actually see what we already knew.
Every day in this great city of ours,
This is a dream come true for her.
someone is lending a helping hand,
This place that we're sitting in now is what she accomplished, and it's fantastic.
giving their time and their talents
She is one of the most inspiring people I've ever met in my entire life.
to make a difference.
Without you, a lot of children that you affected, they wouldn't be where they are now.
Now you're about to meet these unsung heroes.
He does this work because he knows that there are children who need their families to be whole.
And see how they're quietly making Milwaukee a better place for all of us.
And we just need more people like her.
She doesn't slow down. It's go, go, go.
I'd like to be more like her.
Without you, a lot of us would not be where we are today.
You know what? I love you.
From the Harley-Davidson Museum in Milwaukee, this is the TMJ4 Positively Milwaukee Awards. Now here is your host, Carole Meekins.
Wow, this is so special. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our 6th annual Positively Milwaukee Awards dinner. Tonight, we are going to celebrate 6 amazing people. They illuminate our community. They work hard to serve and improve lives. Each of our winners will take home $1,000 to donate to the charity of their choice. And one of those winners will also be named the Inspiration of the Year and get an additional $4,000. That's $5,000. Yes, we can applaud that. That's $5,000 to keep our community positively Milwaukee. So we're going to get right to it, and we're going to meet our winners. Our first honoree actually knows the power of a hearty meal and a sweet treat. She knows the recipe to brighten the futures of young people through the power of cooking. Here to present the inspiring teacher is our TMJ4 Morning News team, Tom Durian and Simone Woolridge.
Thank you so much, Carole. Erica Buskirk didn't start off in the classroom. She actually runs a successful restaurant in Kenosha, and she never planned on a career change.
Yeah, but when the opportunity came knocking, Erica opened the door. She's giving her students real-world experience that they can use after graduation, but she's also creating a safe space for kids to succeed.
Erica Buskirk from Case High School in Racine is our Inspiring Teacher of the Year.
Sharing food is sharing love.
I want to be like her one day. She was my biggest inspiration.
She sees us for who we really are.
I feel like we could really relate to her.
She's as authentic and real as it gets.
She's the most genuine, caring, kind human being I know.
I never planned on being a teacher.
I had the privilege of hiring her when I was the principal here. It was one of those opportunities where we heard about Chef E. We needed a culinary teacher as we began this process of transforming our high schools into this academy model.
I probably have more fun than them most of the days.
All right, recipes are tacked up onto the board. Ready, set, let's go. Get those hands washed.
I'm Erica Buskirk, and I am the culinary teacher here at Case High School. I am also the executive chef at a restaurant in Kenosha called Twisted Cuisine. February we'll be hitting 18 years, so we've been around the block a little bit, but still treat it like my baby. It just kind of happened that the superintendent and another person that worked in the school district would come into the restaurant. We're customers. They asked me, would I be interested? I was trying to not lose a good customer. I was like, sure, I'll go interview. I'll have some fun with it. And I came up here for an interview just thinking, I gotta make sure that they're still customers. And long story short, 7 years later, I can't leave.
So we just don't want to melt it, okay? So put it in a container until it gets soft.
The first time I got to meet her, though, I felt it. You know, when you're in this and you recognize what it takes to engage young people, you sense it in the adults that really know how to do it.
She's just 100% honest with you at all times if she's not afraid to let you make mistakes and learn from those mistakes.
She's very chill, she's very down to earth. She shows us that we can do it and that we actually, we're able to do it.
Yeah, she holds us to a high standard. Even if we don't exceed it, she doesn't really hold us against it because she knows that we're still young and we're still learning and we're still trying our best at the end of the day.
She creates a climate that's safe. So kids come in this classroom, whether they know her or not, they know she's a safe space in this room. And so that allows her to build that relationship with our kids.
I think having the ability to share what I do with young people was more appealing than I thought it would be. And once I had my first class, my first day, and all those nerves went away, it instantly felt like I was home here as easily as I felt like I was home in my restaurant.
She is the essence of what teaching and learning and facilitating passion embodies. She believes in them. She finds that inner passion and she's able to bring it out. And that is that art of teaching. And she inspires them because she's in it with them.
She always makes fun that she's not a capital T teacher. She has turned into a capital T teacher.
I came into this class not knowing what I wanted to do with my career, and she kind of just shaped me into myself now. From that, I was able to grow and build a connection with her, and now I'm her sous chef. So
it's an opportunity to get exposure and access to real-world experiences.
I think giving kids the opportunity to look at every single option out there is important. I didn't go to a 4-year school, so they see with their eyes that, okay, I don't have to do 4 years. Being in the culinary field, you can go into a straight internship and be really, really successful.
They get those industry recognized certifications, which really sets any young person up to either go to college, maybe to a culinary arts school, to go into the workforce, or to at least have some credits to take them or advance them into a technical pathway.
She's not afraid to fail. She's not afraid to succeed, and I just couldn't imagine anyone else.
Chefy, she sets a really good example of how to be cool under pressure, how to actually go about things without being too stressed out, how to actually get to where you're going.
It also is motivating to just watch how naturally and authentically she engages with our young people.
I like to ask how they are. Talking to them and having those little conversations every day lets them know, like, hey, I see you, I'm here, and if we can't get to where we need to be in the classroom, let's get you where you need to be somewhere else. I'll spend as much time with them as I can to get them successful in those classes as well.
She is one of the most inspiring people I've ever met in my entire life, and I was incredibly grateful to have her, and I'm excited for the future.
She's created such a wonderful work and school environment for all of us. I really appreciate her for that.
She's such a good person. Every day she comes, you can tell she's gonna figure out how to make this classroom the best for her kids.
I just look forward to seeing what she and this program can do in the future.
I love my kids. I love my job. I love everything about walking into this building every day. Everybody always gives me a hard time because my favorite saying is food is love. And if we can start there and share there, then that's where we're gonna go.
Come on, Erica. Please welcome to the stage our 2023 Positively Milwaukee Inspiring Teacher of the Year,
Erica Buskirk.
If you would believe it, I did have a speech planned, and then after watching that, I became a little bit speechless. Most people that know me know that that is not always the truth. I'm trying to hold back tears right now, but I have to thank TMJ4 for the opportunity. I'm very grateful for it. You saw in the video, Jody Blair said she was the one that gave me the opportunity to jump into the classroom. And I can't thank her enough for giving me that opportunity.
Every day I kind of wake up and I pinch myself saying, I get to go have fun with kids and I get paid for it, you know. And I'm forever grateful for you. I'm grateful for the admin that are in our district, especially at Case High School, supported continuously, and thank you.
Well, we all know that children are our future, and we are so grateful for people like you, Erica, because you are helping to make the future so bright. By the way, Erica is donating her winnings to the Racine Food Bank. So let's give a round of applause to the Racine Food Bank. Now, our next winner is also dedicated to children and the parents. He's boosting communities by building stronger families. Here to present our Veteran of the Year Award, Chief Meteorologist Brian Niznansky and traffic reporter Adriana Mendez.
All right, thank you, Carole.
The box works.
The box does work for me. All right, well, Joshua Zawadi is the father of 4 beautiful children, and he's the first to admit he's learning as he goes how to be the best possible parent that he can be. And he wanted to share those lessons with others.
Okay, so he started his own Dad Doula program to provide support to people becoming parents for the first time. He says caring dads raise healthy, happy kids who make our community better.
Joshua Zawadi is our inspiring Veteran of the Year.
He is a lover of family and community. He is big and giant, but don't let that deceive you.
He's always got us laughing. He keeps us some good snacks around, but he also makes it comfortable for all of us.
As large as he is, he's all heart. He's all loving and caring. He's just a big old teddy bear is what I like to call him.
Joshua Liston, also known as Joshua Zawadi, ED, or Executive Director of Life Redefined, CEO of Melanated Daddy, and the owner and operator of Dad Doula.
The Dad Doula program is a curated program for non-birthing partners or fathers to really provide them with a space to release and learn how to advocate for their partner.
Men have no true concept of what community means. A lot of us walk around like I can do it on my own with that mentality, when in reality, you can, but it's 18 times harder.
That doula program really helped me with bringing us together as far as opening up to each other emotionally, being able to talk about different things you experienced in your life that you might not have opened up about before.
If a dad is not okay, nothing that he touches will be. Every session we start with an emotional wheel. It gives them the words to use bigger, and I tell them, you can't use the ones in the middle. I need you to come out.
I think what he does really well with his Dad Doula program is he helps people think about their family in a different way. He has these fathers create mission statements that ground their mission for leading a family.
Like I said, they help me find the vocabulary and things of how to express what I'm feeling. Definitely made it a comfortable space for me to open up and talk about the things I went through and the things I want to change as far as going into the future with my family.
So you have to have an approach that is not demonstrative, but it has to be in a caring posture. He has been, in my opinion, ordained for it.
So Harlem, which is our baby, birthed Dad Doula. So without my wife, there's no Harlem, so there's no Dad Doula. As we're going through the pregnancy process, COVID hit. And so I couldn't go to doctor's appointments. They wouldn't let me in. The only ultrasound picture I still have in my phone is when she sent me in the room because I couldn't go in.
That was very frustrating for him. But also, he didn't recognize what the body goes through when you're pregnant. And so we had a lot of conflict because, the house still has to run even though I'm pregnant.
I was irritated. I pulled my doula and midwife to the side and said, "Yo, this is crazy." I said, "What's wrong?" I can't get a lick of support. I can't go to a bookstore and find a Black-owned, BIPOC-owned daddy book. Like, I can't find anything to support me in this process. And they looked at me and said, so then why don't you create it?
So through that conflict, through those conversations, we learned a lot about what really happens in a relationship when someone is growing a whole human, and that essentially became the course.
So I got a lot more serious because of the military, a lot more mission focused and mission aligned because that's how they are. No one man is better than the mission or bigger than the mission. I think that was probably the biggest takeaway, is learning how collaboration is necessary.
Experiences always cultivate future. The military are oftentimes those individuals who are overlooked, but they are the heroes of our nation.
When we first started dating, he would tell you that he didn't believe in community.
Community was one thing I didn't know until I met my wife, because she is such, has always been a community baby. Community driven.
My love for community kind of rubbed off on him. And so he started to really understand the power of community and just went in head first.
I want to help men. That was my focus. Men need help. I'm gonna do it. Men belong a part of the community as well. So with helping them, I still am helping community. So I have to be community minded in one way or another.
Because of men like Josh, who have been there in the trenches, who've been in war, who've been a part, have seen the struggles, and not just there, but the afterlife, the moment when they return, and the struggles and the displacement and the disconnections. I believe all of that experience has helped cultivate him to where he's going today.
A lot of men have only heard you're a failure. They've never heard, let me show you how not to be one. Let me show you what it looks like from my own failures. I never teach or come from a lens that I don't make mistakes. I am a walking mistake. The difference is I give myself and my family gives me enough grace to understand that I can't be perfect. So stop trying. The best you can do is what you did today, tomorrow will be better.
The Dad Doula program definitely helped open that door as far as growth for my family.
Black fatherhood has had a stain for a very long time, and the stain was not warranted. The data's out now. The data is Googleable. You can see black fathers show up. But for a very long time, black fathers were told that we didn't.
He's sharing a perspective from his lens of being a dad. His platform kind of showcases that.
I want to see us nationwide. I've had talks with colleges who are talking about, man, we need that on campus. I can see that. The future for us will be to give fathers across the nation community. Give non-birthing partners a space to say, I don't know, but I want to know.
He just loves family, and he deserves to be recognized because he does this work with or without a paycheck. He does this work because he knows that there are children who need their families to be whole and healed.
You deserve it, for sure. And I'd say you keep going, for sure. Go all the way and don't stop.
I'm so excited for you. This is just a setup to what's getting ready to take place in your life. The world gets a chance to actually see what we already knew. It's just a stage that's setting you up to the next dimension of your life.
He has a phrase that he always says, is that I am working really hard to heal myself so that my children don't have to heal from me. And he lives that.
Please welcome to the stage our 2023 Positively Milwaukee Inspiring Veteran of the Year,
Joshua Liston Zawadi.
Can I use the step too? Okay. First off, thank you all. Similar to Erica, right? I had a whole thing in my head until you watch it on the screen and it goes away. One thing that I wanted to say, outside of my thank yous, which I get to, is that I would do this without this reward and without this openly recognized situation, but it feels really good to be here, right? So I can't accept this award without first thanking God who gave me Dad Doula, but then also gave me my wife who made Dad Doula a thing. So, thank you, baby. I appreciate you, to my pastor, to my tribe, the circle, my mama, everyone who's here to support me. Thank you all for pushing me when Dad Doula was broke. Thank you for pushing me when Dad Doula had no vision, had no anything. Thank you all for telling me to not give it up and keep going. And because of you, dads will have a place. And so for that, I'm thankful. Thank you. God bless you all.
Well, it all starts with family, and we are so grateful to you, Joshua, for sharing your love and making our community so much stronger. You're really making our world better, and we're blessed to have you in our midst. And by the way, Joshua is donating his winnings to Life Redefined Incorporated. So let's give an applause to that organization. It's lovely to see money going to great causes. Well, our next winner is a young woman making a bold start in life. She's in high school and she's working hard to get more girls into math and science. So, here to present our Inspiring Youth Award, Lance Allen and Stephanie Brown.
I don't need that. Very tall.
Carole, thank you.
So much, Carole.
Oh, that's awesome. Genevieve Evie Skibicki is an impressive teenager. She fills her free time with scouting, swimming, volunteering with the Lions Club. All near and dear to my family's heart, so Evie, you already won me over. That's awesome. Good job.
Woo. But one of her main passions is robotics, and you can see she even brought, if you look right next to her, her teammate, Dot the robot. Have you guys ever been to a function where you have a robot sitting right there at the table with you? So cool, Evie. Well, Evie works hard to get more women involved in competition. She founded the nonprofit Greendale Robotics to provide more science and technology opportunities to young people.
So, Steph, Evie Skibicki is our Positively Milwaukee Award Inspiring Youth of the Year.
The busiest kid I've ever met, and she always is trying to think about what she can do for other kids, so she doesn't slow down. It's go, go, go. Swim team, the robotics team.
Girl Scouts, leading a STEM workshop.
Our Leo organization, she does tutoring.
She started her environmental club at school.
Gosh, what else? I'm not even sure.
I actually just signed up myself on my one free night, so that's just a lot. I'm like, how am I still upright? Hi, I'm Evie. I'm a senior at Greendale High School. I'm really involved with robotics. It's one of my passions, along with serving my community. So ever since I was little, I've always been put in science programs, kind of pushed into doing things that I wasn't comfortable with. All of those experiences led to my passion for robotics and STEM. It encompasses all about how to really solve problems and work with other people.
I'm Zach. I'm in 9th grade. It's taught me to listen to other people's ideas because sometimes their idea is better than yours. So she would pretend to be a robot, and they had to code the robot to make a sandwich. So they would say, open the bread. You take the instructions very literally. So she ripped open the bag of bread. The kids think it's hilarious. It's like their favorite activity. It really shows them how complicated coding a robot really is.
Through robotics, I've met new people, I've gained new skills, and understanding that the people around me might not have the same opportunities as I have. So it's always been my passion that since I'm having such a good time, people around me also need to have such a good time. And I wanted to bring that opportunity to more students, so I created the nonprofit then.
I didn't realize she was a high school student for a while because she's so mature and professional. Evie was one of our first residents, so to speak, during the pandemic. The best unofficial ambassador we have. I think it's cool, a lot of middle school students who come in like, oh yes, we know Evie. Everyone knows Evie. I think she makes the space what it is. It's really the people inside of it, and Evie's like a stunning example.
Evie has been coming with her robotics team to Field Workshop for the last 2 years, and they've been running programs for our kids. Field Workshop is a creative art studio and Tinker Lab. So we have materials and random assortment of things that kids can come in and make whatever they want. We kind of call it freeform creative play. I think it's critical. A lot of those kids, you know, they may or may not be into sports or music or other clubs, and robotics is just a whole nother activity that they can get involved in.
It's where we learned about science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
I do like the projects with her, and I feel happy.
For me, when I first started my STEM journey, I was one of the only girls on my team. So a lot of those experiences shaped the fact that I want to make a change, and I don't want to be the only girl in STEM anymore.
That was a shocker to her, so she had that feeling. Just like she likes to get opportunities for other kids, she also kind of feels the opposite side. When something is uncomfortable, she's like, wow, how can I stop other kids from having it? This was great, how can I get this to other kids? This was terrible, how can I make sure other kids don't have to go through it?
If we have more girls be seen in STEM, more girls will join STEM. I think that's what I've always kind of lived on. That's why my face is always out there at STEM events, because it is really important for other girls to see and support other girls in STEM.
If I was asked to name one student, college, high school, middle school, who would be deserving of the award, Evie would have been top of mind.
Evie, congratulations. You have worked incredibly hard.
She's just a very inspiring person, and I'd like to be more like her.
Thank you for helping us and leading us through all the steps.
She makes everything feel fun.
I hope to teach more people that confidence is key and don't limit yourself. I think anything is possible in your future.
Well, Evie, you deserve this award because there's no one else like you in terms of the amount of time and effort and love and care you've spent devoted to the people around you and the people of Milwaukee and Greendale and West Allis and all the communities you've worked in. You've made such a big difference in the community, so much more than I could have ever dreamed or hoped for. You've earned this award over and over again. No one's done what you've done, kiddo.
Some girl power for you, right?
That's awesome. Her passion has already made her successful. I can't wait to see what's going to happen in the future.
Right.
So please welcome to the stage our 2023 Positively Milwaukee Inspiring Youth of the Year,
Evie Skibicki.
All right.
Girl power.
I promise I won't steal it. Just borrow it.
Wow. It's so incredible to be here tonight and see all of these passionate people that are involved in our community to make it a better place. I'm so inspired to hear these stories and see the way that you're all involved and devoted to sharing time and your talents to the world. And I'm just so grateful to be in the room with you, not to mention being able to stand up here and receive this award. I want to thank everyone who has helped me on this journey, from the inspirational teachers at my school, my coaches, my troop leaders, and mentors throughout the years that have given me the confidence to try anything. The Milwaukee School of Engineering for supporting our work to bringing STEM opportunities to so many kids that wouldn't have had them otherwise. And thank you for TMJ4 for considering me for this amazing honor and award. It will go so far in expanding opportunities and experiences that we share with kids in our community. Last week, I was in an event teaching little girls about famous women in STEM. We did this program last year, so we had some repeating students this time. Hearing these little girls, 7, 8, 9 years old, telling me and remembering the woman that we taught about them last year. One was even dressing as her favorite hero astronaut, Mae Jemison, for Halloween, showed me that we must be doing something right. I'm so excited for the day that I can turn on TMJ4 and see one of their faces on stage here too. Thank you for all of the amazing examples in my life. I believe that it's within everyone's grasp to make a difference in the world around us. I can't wait to keep on working to be that change, and especially now that I've had the chance to meet so many of you that are already doing that work too. Once again, thank you so much.
Well, such an impressive young woman. I feel better about the future already, don't you? We need voices like Evie. Evie is not only accomplished so much at a young age, but she's got her own organization, as we mentioned, and she is donating her winnings to the Greendale Robotics. So let's give a round of applause to Evie's creation. You've got to love that. Now, our next winner has been serving the community for longer than many of us have been alive. She's helped everyone from babies to grandparents. And here to present our Inspiring Senior Award is Andrea Williams. You met her earlier.
Thanks, Carole. I first met this young lady some 25 years ago when I moved to Milwaukee. She was pulling together groups of women to go to the Million Woman March in Washington, D.C. And all these years later, she's still making a difference. You might even know this name yourself, Josephine Hill. She recently had a block of Elite Street named in her honor, and that recognition is well-deserved. Josephine Hill has been serving the people of Milwaukee most of her life. From her time teaching students and being a librarian to the founding of the Wisconsin African American Women's Center, Josephine has made it her mission to improve her city. Despite being in her 80s, she's not slowing down, and that's why Josephine Hill is our Inspiring Senior Award winner for 2023.
She is someone that we truly respect. She just doesn't rest unless she's trying to do something.
I just feel blessed and honored to have her as a parent, as a role model.
She actually taught me everything I know now. I got so much respect for her.
This place that we're sitting in now is what she accomplished, and it's fantastic. No one else before her has ever done it before.
Okay, my name is Josephine Hill. I live here in Milwaukee. I graduated from North Division High School. My aunt, who was born in 1898, she was kind of like an inspirational role model to me. She was a teacher, and she said she knew from the time she was a little girl she wanted to be a teacher. So I always wanted to work in some aspect of education, and I worked in the public schools for like 30 years.
Hundreds and hundreds, probably even thousands of students she impacted over the years.
After she retired, she wanted to do something to give back to the community. So she decided to, put this thing together with the Women's Center.
Her and a group of women got together, purchased this building.
A friend of mine, a high school friend of mine, she was instrumental in getting this organization started. So she called me up one day and asked me, did I want to join the organization? So I became a part of the organization.
It was more of a business incubator. It was very cost effective. And they tried to focus on minority women and helping them get their businesses started and that sort of thing. The event space kind of helps them keep the lights on, more or less.
A lot of people can't afford some of the more expensive places that we have here in this city.
And nobody is turned away. Everybody is somebody, and they're at home here. It works out real great here at the African American Women's Center.
That's why I refer my consumers here, so that they can make a bona fide effort, learn the skill set, and take that skill set in and be successful.
I don't know of another place in the community that's as good as this, or would be compared to this. This is wonderful.
I love being of service to the community. I'm here many times, 6 days a week, and sometimes 7 days a week.
One thing they're going to do for my mom is name the street out here after her, so we're really excited about that.
She is a go-getter, so she's a lioness on the prowl to help the community.
Ms. Hill has impacted the Milwaukee community and surrounding area by providing an atmosphere that's welcoming, open to all who have come. Thank you, Ms. Hill, for your time, your dedication, and may you continue to do what you do.
You would have to look hard and far to find someone that could probably top her.
She works very hard, and we just need more people like her.
Without you, a lot of us would not be where we are today, because we had you to bring us this far and make things happen. If I was to give an award to this day, it would be going to Miss Josephine Hill.
Mom, you have been a wonderful influence to our family. You've been a wonderful influence to the community at large. You have consistently volunteered in this space for 26 plus years. We want to honor you. We want to give you your flowers, and we want you to just take a breath and relax. I love you. We love you. Congratulations. Congratulations.
She's amazing. Please welcome to the stage our Positively Milwaukee Inspiring Senior of the Year, Josephine Hill.
Good evening. I'd like to say thank you to TMJ4, the staff and crew of Positively Milwaukee, and especially to my family, my daughter Kelly, her husband Canel, and my daughter Danny, because they nominated me for this award. I'm thrilled to be here. As it was said on the screen there, I have been a consummate volunteer. I don't know why. It was just something that was instilled in me from way back a long time ago. I grew up in Milwaukee, and I went to North Division High School. I always have to shout out my high school. Blue Devils in the house. Hey. I did volunteer with the Wisconsin African American Women's Center for over 20 years. I worked for the Milwaukee Public Schools for at least 30 years. And then I started my volunteer career at the Women's Center. But prior to that, I was always volunteering anyways. And right now, I hope that I can inspire somebody else to pick up the mantle and go ahead and work out here in the community also. We want to, all of us here, I'm sure, we would like for our space and our place while we're here to be a much better place. Thank you all.
Thank you, Josephine, for your years of dedication and service and for touching so many hearts. And we know you deserve the rest, but I have a feeling she probably won't. It doesn't sound like it. And by the way, Josephine's winnings will go to the African American Women's Center. So let's give a round of applause. The place that she founded and has given so much love and joy to so many people.
Hi, it's Mary Ann Scafidi from the Heiser Automotive Group, and once again, we are the proud sponsor of the Positively Milwaukee Awards. I know that a positive attitude and the passion to care for others can change anyone in our community, no matter what the challenges are. Once a week on the Positively Milwaukee show, Carole presents inspiring stories of everyday people doing amazing things in our community. Through their kind, caring, and passionate actions, each one of them has made a difference. And for that, I am proud to be a part of this incredible community.
Thank you to Heiser Automotive for their support. They have supported Positively this dinner since we started it. So we are so happy to have them. And because of their support and the support of our viewers, as well as support of the Scripps Howard Fund, we are able to provide the prize money that we are giving out tonight to our award winners. So this is so important. So that is worth an applause as well. Also here, representing Scripps Howard Foundation, Patrice Pennington. Now, she flew here from Ohio, and this is an organization or a foundation that champions worthy causes all over the country. Patrice, come on up on the stage and say a few words. Thank you for being here.
Wow, hello. I am so honored to be here tonight celebrating with you all at the Positively Milwaukee Awards. As said, my name is Patrice Pennington, and I am a philanthropic manager with the Scripps Howard Fund and Foundation. And it's been a short and wonderful ride for me, and I'm glad to be here with you tonight. The Scripps Howard Fund supports three main philanthropic causes. The first being excellence in journalism, of course, by funding journalism education, scholarship, internships, and minority recruitment and development. Scripps is wanting to ensure that the next generation of journalists are equipped and diverse, reflecting more and more the fabric of our communities. We also support literacy with our annual If You Give a Child a Book campaign. This year we raised over $1 million for Title I schools all across the country, including here in Milwaukee. Last but not least, the fund also partners with local stations like TMJ4 to create awareness of local issues and support impactful organizations in cities and communities that Scripps calls home, which is why I am honored to be with you here tonight to shine a light on issues and work being done to make our communities, to make Milwaukee a soft landing place to call home, and recognize and celebrate the people that make it so. So thank you for allowing me to witness your great work. I am inspired and full of joy that I will take back home with me. And to all the honorees, as one of the folks on the video said, keep going, keep going. As a person of faith, there is a scripture that speaks to me, and it says, "Let us not grow weary while doing good, and in due season we shall reap if we do not lose heart." So to all of the honorees tonight, keep going, and thank you for letting me be with you tonight.
Thank you, Patrice Pennington from the Scripps Howard Fund and Foundation. Thank you for spreading love and positivity right here in Milwaukee. Okay, so we've already honored 3 wonderful winners. Now it's time to see who else is making our Milwaukee area great. Our next winner literally embodies her mission. She lives side by side with the women she serves at St. Bakita's Catholic Workers House. And here to present our Unsung Hero Award, Susan Kim and Steve Shamras.
Thank you so much, Carole. Ann Haynes started her career as a teacher, focused on supporting kids who needed the most help. But throughout her time in the classroom, she dreamed of opening a Catholic worker house. That is a place dedicated to charity and social justice.
So when the Capuchin Franciscans moved out of their friary at 2nd and Burleigh, it was really the perfect opportunity. Anne took possession and began taking in survivors of sex trafficking and exploitation. She's been helping women create new lives.
For that work, Ann Haynes is our Unsung Hero of the Year.
We were pretty young. I guess Annie was probably around 9 at the time.
We made a stupid remark that, like, we were poor. And so my dad, he didn't think much of that statement at all. And he says, I'm going to show you what poor is. And he took us to downtown Milwaukee. We were living in New Berlin. So the next morning, I remember getting up and getting downstairs, and my sister had emptied her piggy bank. She said, Mom and Dad, please give this to the poor people so they won't freeze to death. So that's how kind and loving her heart is.
She's always just had a caring heart. She's always been super positive.
She showed me to, in order to receive, you also have to give. And that's exactly what Ann does.
She has this really unique skill of bringing people in, inspiring people to generosity.
My name is Ann Haynes, and I'm from St. Paquita Catholic Worker House. We're a community of women living together, walking with survivors of human trafficking and sexual exploitation.
Sometimes that's in the form of street prostitution. Sometimes that's in the form of human trafficking, sex trafficking.
So the women are able to work, save money, gain financial literacy, and so when they leave here, they're in a good situation. We do education, retreats, we have mass here twice a week.
And the hope is that they've built up this ability to find relationships that are supportive and nurturing and caring, and have job skills, a savings account, but then also learning how to work on a team, learning how to handle conflict, learning how to manage a schedule.
She just wants to help them to be a success and to be able to have the skills and abilities and sense of self-worth and dignity so that they can have the kind of life that they deserve.
I don't think actually that I would still be alive. I would be out there lost in the street somewhere. Because it's not easy trusting people. Being able to feel that homey feeling and that trust right along with it is just awesome. And that's what St. Paquita and Miss Ann has brought, into my life.
They know they are loved and leave here with a sense of hope and dignity and knowing that they are loved greatly.
The Catholic workers and Ann are able to provide this really loving embrace so that when they come home, it feels like a home. She's able to draw them in so that this woman that's coming off of the streets or coming out of this horrible situation has a place that's her own, with her own journal. I mean, she thought of that, they should have a journal on the desk when they get here, right? They should have a basket of shampoos and bath oils. There's just this special touch that she makes for it.
It's like a real close-knit family. And Ann is like the mom you never had.
I think that until we love ourselves and then learn to love others, we can never really go out into the world healthy. Trust is something you earn. Consistently being there when you're needed, or going the extra mile and showing acts of kindness. A lot of them haven't had that in their lives, and I think that's a game changer.
And of course, she was drawn initially to education and wanted to be a teacher.
From a young age, in my early 20s, I was very interested in the Catholic worker movement. But in the meantime, I became a teacher and a mother of 6.
She taught theology when we were at Mesmer, when I was there. The entire 4 years, we've always had a relationship. And then by the time when she got promoted to the head of the theology department, she had her own office in the back. So I was able to go in our chapel and see her office and just see her first step up from teaching.
As my kids grew older, I started to work in urban ministry for the Archdiocese of Milwaukee. And the opportunity to receive this incredible gift set me thinking we can maybe launch a Catholic worker house. And I thought, if not now, when, right? I mean, how often do you get a convent or a former convent and friary given to you? 40 years of reading books about Dorothy Day and the foundress of the Catholic worker movement, and just always really being cognizant of my passion for her way of living the gospel in a way that fights for social justice and works, not only just works on behalf of the poor, but lives in solidarity with the poor and those living on the margins.
When this became a reality, and it took God's grace to bring all those components together for this to happen, this is a dream come true for her. We thought Mom and Dad were pulling some strings up there in heaven to make it happen.
To see her elevate and go from a teacher to being the head of this house here is just amazing. And I see her doing great things, and she deserves everything that's coming to her.
And thanks for being a sister And not just to your immediate family, but to everybody that you come across and to the community that you live in.
You're such a warm and beautiful person and a well-deserved. And I love you from the bottom of my heart.
You deserve everything coming to you, and I'm so proud of you, and I hope you really, really show out because you deserve this award, Ms. Haynes. Like, clap it up for yourself. Be happy. Yay, Ms. Haynes.
I know you don't like a lot of attention and awards, and I know you get more out of it than you would say you give to it. But what you're doing is amazing. You make the gospel real for us and inspire us and even challenge us to do what you're doing. And as your brother, just to let you know, I'm proud of you, but I always have, from the day you were born.
This isn't over yet. Keep going.
Please help me welcome to the stage our 2023 Positively Milwaukee Unsung Hero,
Ann Haynes.
So when I was trying to get an outfit together for this evening, I came across these pearls, and I thought back to the day that my mother handed them to me. It was not long before she passed away, and she handed them to me, and she said, "I really want you to have these." And I said, "Mom, they're so pretty, but I don't really think I'm going to have all too many occasions to wear them." And she looked at me with those sparkly blue Irish eyes, and she said, "You might be surprised." Well, I am certainly surprised. I'm wearing them, Mom. Surprised and infinitely grateful to her and to my dad, who are my heroes, because they were always so steady and true and always walked the good walk. I'm also grateful to my beloved 6 children, Jessie, Corinne, Clarice, Cullen, Danielle, and Brianna. I hope I didn't forget any of them. They expanded my heart in ways that I never thought possible. And I'm grateful to my 3 brothers, John, Jeff, and Rick, who helped shape, form, and yes, toughen me up. I was thinking it would be difficult to be an unsung hero without the accompaniment of so many other unsung heroes. I am deeply blessed to have been granted the privilege to walk with hundreds, if really not thousands of them. As an educator, I stood in awe of my students at Mesmer and Pius XI Catholic High Schools, the students at Malcolm X Academy Middle School, and the table setters at St. Francis Borgia Elementary School. Their resilience and drive is nothing short of something holy. And then working in urban ministry for the Archdiocese of Milwaukee, I marveled at the neighborhood change agents in the Amani neighborhood who allowed me into their sacred space for several years and shared with me their hopes and dreams for justice and transformation in their neighborhood. And finally, every single day, I am in awe of all the beautiful women who are survivors of sexual exploitation that I am privileged to live in community with at St. Paquita Catholic Worker House. They are true heroes. Facing unimaginable trauma, they somehow find the strength to take each moment step by step as they work to heal, pursue their educational and employment goals, and find their rightful place in the world. And they do so with such courage and grace. And I would be remiss if I did not thank the Capuchin Friars who gifted us our big, beautiful home and the School Sisters of Notre Dame who built it. They have been a steady beacon of light in Milwaukee for over a century. Dorothy Day, the foundress of the Catholic worker movement, often said, "We have a duty to delight in beauty and goodness." Well, Carole Meekins, you gracefully and tirelessly show us how that's done. And thank you so very much to all the kind and talented people at TMJ4 Positively Milwaukee, and all those gathered here today who deeply inspire me and remind me of what is good and beautiful in this remarkable community. Ultimately, I believe all good things are done through the grace of God, and that's a song that must never be unsung. Thank you.
Well, Ann, you truly are a gift to the women and to our community. Thank you for everything you've done, and congratulations. And by the way, Ann is donating her winnings to the Alliance to End Human Trafficking. So let's give an applause for that. Now, our next award is just a little different. It's our Beacon Award, and it's a chance to celebrate somebody who is well known to the community, but they use their star power as a public figure to lift other people. And here to present that award, our Beacon Award, is Chief Political Reporter Charles Benson.
Ready, Marty? You've probably heard the name Martin Schreiber. He was Lieutenant Governor of Wisconsin in the 70s and then governor, one of the youngest people ever to be elected to the State House. Schreiber spent a lot of time supporting education and children's issues. But since he left office, Schreiber has been a focus and has focused on advocating for the Alzheimer's Association. He lost his wife, Elaine, to the disease last year and wants to support others fighting the same battle. Now, I've covered a lot of close elections, Marty, but you have earned this honor by a landslide. Our Beacon Award winner for 2023 is Marty Schreiber.
Oh, let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you.
Have you ever wondered what true love looks like? Well, here it is.
Let me hear you whisper that you love me true.
Former Governor Marty Schreiber sings to his wife Elaine.
Keep the love light glowing in your heart, so true.
She lived with Alzheimer's and passed away April of 2022.
I call it death by 1,000 cuts, or cutting your right arm 1 inch at a time.
Theirs is a love story that began when the governor first saw her in high school Latin class.
She's had a sparkle in her eye and sort of a warmth about her.
At 14, you could see that Elaine was the perfect person for you?
Well, that's what I was thinking, now whether or not...
You got started early.
Yeah.
That gave birth to a marriage, 4 children, and several political races. What is the most special thing about Elaine?
Her caring. And I can think about her smile and so forth, but it's the caring that brings out everything. She did so much for me, and to be able to know that I have now the opportunity to give her comfort, it means an awful lot.
Marty Schreiber wrote the book My Two Elaines. It describes his first Elaine as intelligent, kind, loving, self-sacrificing, gracious. His second Elaine could not drive without getting lost, forgot her grandchildren. Ultimately, Elaine could not cook, keep house, or even dress herself. All profits from his book go to Alzheimer's research and education.
Once a person understands what the person with dementia is going through, you can more easily handle the kind of daily frustrations that come along because their brain is broken.
The book reminds us of the importance of taking care of caregivers.
caregivers have a better chance of dying early, a better chance of becoming ill, a better chance of having their savings dissipated, a better chance of having difficulties at work.
Marty also founded Elaine's Hope, a care facility for those living with memory loss. He learned to talk to Elaine on a new and different level.
A while back, she started to cry. And I said, why are you crying? Well, she said, I'm beginning to love you more than my husband. So I didn't ask her what's wrong with her turkey husband. I didn't do that. But the fact of the matter is, I learned that it is not necessary for her to know my name in order for our hearts to touch.
And in the throes of the disease, Marty could still connect to his loving bride.
This was pleasant, wasn't it? Did you enjoy this experience? I thought it was a good experience.
Today, Governor Schreiber devotes his life to Alzheimer's awareness. He describes the disease by a quote from author Vivian Green. Life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning how to dance in the rain.
You dance in the rain by understanding the disease and then rejoicing in the moments that you have when there's a smile, right? Yeah, you are a great smile. Do you know that? Yeah, you're wonderful.
And he has.
Though Elaine is no longer with us, I feel blessed to have seen the two together. They taught me that a human connection is often about the simple gestures, quiet moments that loudly proclaim love.
Do you know what?
What?
I love you. Did it work out okay in the end? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you.
Please help me welcome to the stage our 2023 Positively Milwaukee Beacon Award winner, Martin Schreiber.
Well, thank you all very much. It's quite a special honor. I think you know that I didn't win any elections because of my singing voice. To be introduced by Charles is a special pleasure because of the respect that we in the political community have for his integrity and for his hard work and ability to sense things on a broad level and then be able to have it brought down to the local level for us to better understand. And so that's really special for me. I also want to take a moment to thank Heiser Ford for taking all of us award recipients, picking us up and bringing us over to the home. Mary Ann Scafidi advised me, however, I could not keep the car. By the way, also, I think you heard where we are supposed to applaud at the applaud sign, stand at the stand sign, so forth. Did any of you think that you would be earning the $1,000 a person here tonight as a stand-in for WTMJ? So my thanks, you can pick it up at the door. If you're a Beacon, the Beacon Award, and let me just tell you, the Beacon of all Beacons championship is certainly Carole Meekins. Gosh, when I watch what she does for Positively Milwaukee and how she creates that additional spirit and energy within this community and how this community is meeting some of its greatest obstacles successfully, a tribute to not only Carole Meekins, but to the entire TMJ Scripps organization. So my thanks to all of you for that. So a beacon, what does a beacon do? A beacon shines, and in order for a beacon to shine, it needs energy, it needs direction, and it needs additional power. And so some of my people who helped me be a beacon are here. I have 4 children, 2 of which are here tonight, son Matt, and also my daughter Kathy. Came in from Boston. Representing 13 grandchildren and 8 great-grandchildren is my grandson, Evan. Evan, thank you for being here. And then also the book, My Two Elaines, there are over 60,000 of those books in print. Only 59,800 left in my garage. But I do want to, on a serious note, give recognition and admiration and gratitude to my co-author, Kathy Breitenbutcher. Kathy, would you stand and be acknowledged? So Harper Magazine, Harper Publishing picked up the book, and now nationwide, because they felt it could be impacting on people throughout the United States. Then also a couple of the other people who gave me energy and who gave me strength. Marianne Clairday, who was with the Alzheimer's Association as their development director, worked with me and Elaine. Tom Lavacek, who was the director of the Alzheimer's Association, so very, very helpful. And then my neighbors, who through the course of these years with Elaine being ill, have adopted me as their great-great-grandfather. So Fred and Colleen have been taking good care of me, and so I'm really pretty fortunate. One of the things that Elaine would do during campaign time is, without question, be the hardest working campaigner. And if I would lose, what was her great legacy for me is, even though I would lose, she would never let me feel defeated. And I think there's a message in that for all of us, because we may not always win, but we can never let ourselves feel defeated. It is so important for me in my life at this moment in time to help people go from being a loving partner, life partner, transferring into being a loving caregiver. It is so very, very difficult to take the person who once was and be able to turn so you can give love and attention to the person who now is. That Alzheimer's disease is a terribly devastating disease, not only for the person who is ill, but also very much so for the family, for the caregiver. So everything I can do to help caregivers understand that they can look for those moments of joy, everything I can do to help caregivers understand how important it is and how difficult it is, but must be, to let go of the person who once was so they can now love and embrace the person who now is. So again, you heroes, you outstanding people, you great, wonderful individuals with compassion and concern who care about this city, this country, all of the beautiful things that you do as an example for us. You're the beacons, and we're grateful for that. Thank you. Thank you.
Governor Schreiber is getting over knee surgery, so it is not easy and painful to walk. So if any of you have ever gone through that, you understand. Thank you so much. Governor Schreiber, you have been a beacon to many people, and you've given us such a profound understanding of caregivers and Alzheimer's research, and how you've honored Elaine has been really a tribute for all of us. And thank you for the work you've done for our great state. And Governor Schreiber is donating his winnings to the Silver Spring Neighborhood Center, which is a very good organization, so thank you very much. And now is the moment that we always love every year, because this is the moment we have often been waiting for, our Heiser Automotive Inspiration of the Year. Now, our Inspiration of the Year actually kind of stands out from the crowd, and this individual does much more for our area that continues to give back to other people. So we believe they deserve an extra thank you. And the winner of this award will take home an additional $4,000 for their charity. And here to join me in presenting this award, Marianne Scafidi, CEO of Heiser Automotive, and her daughter, Samantha Kalmus, both of them coming to the stage. Thank you so much. You have been, we appreciate you. You have been sponsoring Positively Milwaukee Awards since its inception, so we really appreciate you. Thank you very much. Samantha?
Hello, everybody. At Heiser, we really believe in the mission of Positively Milwaukee. That's what happens when I get nervous. It's so important to make sure we celebrate all the good happening in the world because there's much of it, which is why we're honored to name as our Heiser Automotive Inspiration of the Year.
This is the exciting part, and this is well-deserved. The Inspiration of the Year award for 2023 goes to Ann Haynes.
And we get to invite you back up on the stage. Your pearls are coming in handy. And congratulations. Would you like to say a few words? A few more, Anne?
I think I talked enough. I used up my full 3 minutes. I am just shocked and so grateful for this award and so grateful to all of you. And every person here is deserving of this. I am just utterly in awe of the people and their stories. It was such a joy. This evening is something I'll remember for the rest of my life, and I can't wait to go home and share it with all the women. And thank you so much for just being wonderful people. We need that in this world today. Thank you,
Well, Anne,
Carole.
you had a strong fan club nominating you, so congratulations, Anne, our unsung hero and our inspiration of the year. We thank you for all the work you have done for uplifting others and breaking cycles of trauma. And now we want to thank all of you for being our guests this evening for our annual Positively Milwaukee Awards. This is a great way to celebrate the goodness in our community. It's all around us. And I hope that you can all leave feeling inspired by all of the awardees here tonight. Thank you so much for joining us and have a wonderful rest of the year. Good night, everyone. Thank you.